Good morning and happy Mother's Day. Now, I know there's always a debate every year about Mother's Day because obviously we want to be sensitive to people who have lost their moms, right? And so this might be a difficult holiday for them. Um, or people who they themselves are incapable of having children, right? It might be a difficult holiday for them as well. Um, and to that I say it's one day. It's one day out of the year. And rather than internalize um, that sort of thing, why don't you think about other people in your life who are mothers and celebrate them? Rather than have a throw a pity party for yourself, think about the people in your life who actually went through labor and raised children, because that's what today is about, is celebrating the women who actually did this, right? It's not about, oh, it's such a terrible day for me because I lost my mom. Well, life and death occurs. I mean, this is something that happens for everybody. We don't get to keep everybody in our lives forever. But does that mean you don't know anybody else in your life who can be celebrated today? And don't tell me I'm a mom because I have fur babies. That's really insulting. Do you believe that that's comparable to actually raising a child? It's not the same thing. Go celebrate your mom or your relatives or your friends and family who are moms, and stop making it about you and your pity party. Like, I just don't have the patience for this today, you guys, because I've already seen it starting up where people are like, I don't want to celebrate. Fine, don't. You don't have to. Nobody's making you celebrate Mother's Day. But if you're going to, make it all about you and it really doesn't fucking apply to you at all, then who's got the problem? Seems like you've got the problem, right? I'm in that kind of mood today, you guys. Jenna and her cigarettes of judgment. Who was it that left that on my channel? That was so good. The cigarettes of judgment. Um, so I fully expect to have a shitty Mother's Day today. Because my family's been pretty much assholes to me the entire time I've been a mom, right? They undermined my authority while I was raising my son. Told him that he didn't have to listen to me. Um, Took him out for side outings without telling me, and were basically trash talking me throughout his life. So I don't expect any phone calls today, because as soon as he turned about 26, he decided he wanted to forge an independent life. Um, so I'm sure he'll be celebrating his wife and the mother of his children today, which is fine. She's a mom. She has had two children. She is deserving of a Mother's Day. That's probably not what my mom would believe, because my mom thinks that Mother's Day is all about her and that I'm not really a mom. That's what I heard on my very first Mother's Day. Is, well, it doesn't really apply to you. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm the one who almost died in labor, and to bring a newborn into the world this year, and you're telling me Mother's Day doesn't fucking apply to me. That's how it goes. This year, she told me that she already has plans, so I can't do anything with her. She is babysitting my brother's new dog, and that I should be able to figure out how to have fun on my own. I should figure out how to have fun on my own. Um, my family sucks balls, you guys. Family sucks balls. So, I'm trying to see if I can get some lunch plans together. It's kind of really last minute. It's probably not even going to work out, but if that doesn't work out, I'm just going to watch like Pride and Prejudice at home. Because I started doing that years ago, having like a Pride and Prejudice marathon and having finger sandwiches. Because I really wanted Mother's Day to be low key and just something that I get to relax and not have to worry about cleanup and kind of do my own thing. But instead, it has become more and more stressful for me every year. And here we are again. Like last year, I show up to the restaurant and my brother is like hanging all over my mom. And I'm like, I'm thinking, this is my holiday too. It's not just about my mom. I'm a mom too. So why is baby being sat in the corner? Why is baby getting sat in the corner? Um, and the year before that, he forced us to have it at his place while he got trashed on lemon drops and talked over my head the whole time. So we've been going through our own little trauma dumps and problems, and I don't know exactly. Okay, so let's tie this back into like the material I've been covering. I don't know exactly how complicated Chantel's relationship is with her mother. But if you have seen Gorlick Bread's summary of her mukbang, her taco mukbang, he does point out, which I covered it, but I didn't, make this connection when I was covering it, that she told two stories of being forced to finish food in a setting where she didn't like the food that she was being asked to eat when she was a kid, despite the fact that she was so insistent that she have that food in the first place. By the way, I'm just going to repeat this again for those of you who have not really had lobster. The the yellow portion that comes out of the head is called the mustard. I don't know why these people who consider themselves food connoisseurs don't know what they're talking. Don't know what they're talking about. But anyway, it's considered the mustard. Some people do actually eat it. I am not one of those people, and then I think most people do not eat it because it's kind of a slimy yellow brain material that comes out of the lobster. And she apparently didn't want to eat it because it's gross looking. So she probably didn't even try it. She might have actually liked it. Who knows? I've never tried it either. I looked at it and I was like, oh, hell no, I'm not eating that bullshit. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. because we have a lobster festival in Long Beach every year. And you have to, crack open the shells and everything and deal with it, like a paper plate in this lobster festival. And the mustard kind of gets all over everything. So you taste it a little bit, but it's not like you're having a big jelly gulp of it. But anyway, it's interesting that she said that she was making poor decisions about food and then being told that she had to eat everything that she took out, right? The lobster, the um, putting too much salad dressing on her salad, stuff like that. I remember as a young adult, like in my 20s, my mom saying that the reason that she never forced us to clean our plates, if you will, like forced us to finish everything on our plates, was because she felt like the reason that she was struggling with her weight was because that's what her parents did to her. They told her they had to, that she had to eat everything. The thing is, we lived with those parents, the grandparents, um, all the way up until like 83. So I don't know if they just got better at portioning meals, but I don't recall. The only thing I remember not finishing was squash. I couldn't eat squash. It was a little too strong for me. So I did get shit for not eating my squash, my yellow vegetable. Um, However, I did get offered a substitute. I was told that I could have a little bit of oatmeal instead. So I was given a substitute. And I was like, yep, hit me up. I'll have that oatmeal instead. Because I can't eat this goddamn squash. It makes me throw up. Okay, you guys. So what are you doing for the mommies in your life today? It doesn't have to be your mom directly. If that mom is not around anymore for whatever reason, or um, has other plans like my mom does. Um, what are you doing for the mommies in your life? The ones who actually had children, not fur babies. That doesn't fucking count, you guys. Because, a lot of us who have raised children have also raised fur babies. It doesn't count, you guys. It doesn't fucking count. You're not a mommy if you just have a cat or a dog or something like that. It doesn't count. You didn't have to, carry a baby in your loins for 9.5 months and then go through a difficult labor and then raise the child, you know? It's not the same thing. And you guys got to stop making it all, it's not all about you every day, Think about the people around you who actually have children. Because that's what this holiday is supposed to be about, is celebrating actual mothers. And yes, I'll grant adoptive mothers count because they made the life choice of adopting children that they would raise to adulthood. So yeah, it counts for them. Same with Father's Day, you guys, because that comes up next month. This is really about celebrating people who raise children, you know, who gave kids the life skills they need to be successful and, paid for them, paid for everything that they needed in life and volunteered for them. That's what Mother's Day is about. It's not about, oh, well, I have a cat. Cool. I just lost my cat. So, am I supposed to be like really sad about my cat today who passed away in March because it's Mother's Day and I'm no longer a fur baby mama? Am I supposed to, it's not the same thing. Not even close to the same thing. I just woke up. I went to bed a little too early last night. And so I ended up waking up at 3 in the morning and then going back to bed around 5 because it's well, I'm really tired and I can't be up all day and I need more sleep than this. So I went back to bed and I just woke up at around 8 Western Pacific time. Cigarettes of judgment. So I might have a friend who could potentially take me to lunch today, but I haven't heard back from him because he and his son might take me out. Because the son's mom is in a different state, and so it's not like she's accessible except for more than just a phone call, right? And so that's another thing that y'all should be thinking about is who might be getting crapped on Mother's Day and whether or not you can do something nice like take them out for lunch. Take them out for lunch. I'm trying to mentally go through the list of the ladies I know in my life right now and think what sort of support systems they have in place. Are they going to be celebrated today? And I think we're pretty well covered for just about all of them. I think they're pretty well covered. But yes, this day is about celebrating the women who raise children. It's not about your pity party that you don't have everything in your life, and so therefore you need to be sad on Mother's Day. And I get it. People have lost loved ones. They have maybe even lost children, right? Or there could be other reasons why this holiday might sting. But I'm sure there's other people in your life who are parents, who have raised children that you can celebrate and not make it all about you and your feelings. You know what I mean? Just saying, I'm not trying to be a bitch, but I almost died in childbirth, so I kind of feel like I have a right to have a strong opinion on this. I almost died in childbirth. Not even joking. And my son did too. We were losing his heartbeat. Well, every time I had a contraction, his heart would stop. So I had to have an emergency C section. And when they did the epidural, only half of my body numbed up. So they had to put me completely under because obviously you can't they can't be cutting into you while you can feel it. Um so they had to put the mask on me and put me totally out in completely, which is very dangerous, right? My birth story was pretty traumatic and difficult, and the people around me kind of sucked on that day too. I did not have a pregnancy coach. Um, my ex-husband was going off to play pool and drink beers with his friends in the middle of my labor, and came back and said that I when I asked for the anesthesiologist, he said, "You need to stop whining. You need to stop whining." God, I should have beat the shit out of him, but I was too tired. I was too tired, you guys. Plus, I've never been that kind of person. Like, I don't do anything like that. But if he deserved it in any moment, that's when he deserved it. It was a really hard pregnancy. Um, Foodie, you don't have to eat everything. Fuck's sake, Chantal. You do not have to eat everything. You don't have to eat the mustard in a lobster. You don't have to spill. First of all, what a jerk ass kid you were that you grabbed the dressing from your mom and then spilled it all over your salad. You didn't need to eat that either, though. Instead, you should have gotten a timeout. You know, you should have had some consequences, absolutely, but the consequences don't need to train you to overeat. By the way, I eat squash now. Happy Mother's Day, Danny girl. Are you doing anything special today? Typey. I'm I'm frustrated. Frustrated with family because it seems like everybody's so self-centered, you know? Everybody's just like into themselves, and throughout my entire time as there you go, you do it for your sister. Okay, but you'll give her a call. You'll give your sister a call, right? I mean, that's even that much is pretty cool. It's going to be a little difficult. Like, even if you did want to go out for lunch today, it's going to be hard to get a seat at a table because, like, everything's probably reserved at this point. Um, you will. Well, thank you, Danny. I mean, I was just basically saying how um, the matriarch of my family, my mom, has always treated Mother's Day as though it doesn't apply to me. Like, this is her holiday, not mine. And so I get shit on a lot on Mother's Day. It's kind of a hard holiday for me for that reason. You know, it's like my very first Mother's Day, I had just brought a new baby boy into the world. And we were talking about what we wanted to do on Mother's Day. And she said, well, this doesn't really apply to you. What the fuck do you even mean? Like, I almost died in childbirth. You're saying Mother's Day doesn't fucking apply to me? She does this bullshit to me every year. Thank you, Danny. I might it's possible that somebody might be taking me out for lunch, but like it's already 8:30 and I haven't heard anything, so I have no idea what's going on. No clue. Thank you, Danny. I did a lot for my son, and the entire time I was raising him, my mother and my brother were talking trash about me to him the whole goddamn time. So it's been a wild ride as a parent. Um, and I have no expectations today. I should get a phone call, but I probably won't. He didn't even call me on my 50th birthday. And why is he so distant? Because he he got married and decided to join the army and decided to forge a new life for himself. And for whatever reason, the wife would rather her family be very close to them and my granddaughters than allow us to have a relationship with our granddaughters, including I mean, this is my mom too. Um, my brother and his in-laws have been forcing it by basically like flying out to see them and stuff, but I don't have the money to do that, you know? So basically, I make my phone calls. Happy birthday, you know? Why didn't you call me on my birthday? Kind of phone calls. But I can't force people to do the right thing. And if they're not going to do the right thing, that's on them. Those are the memories they're going to have to live with, you know? And those are the memories that my granddaughters are going to have about, they're going to start asking questions. How come I never got to see Grandma Jenna? How come I never got to see Grandma Mary Kay? They're going to start asking these questions, you know? Um, it's an incredibly stupid thing to do that to your kids, to put your kids in the middle of something like that. Really stupid thing. Mm. Okay, I gotta eat something. I just woke up a half hour ago and my tummy is growling. Because unlike Chantel, I do not eat constantly at all times of the day. And so when I wake up, I actually am hungry. Like, I know what it feels like to have hunger pains. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we'll see how today goes, and um, I imagine that there's going to be something online that wants to steal our attention away from the mommies in our lives. I don't know what I'm going to do though. Maybe I'll go down to the beach when the coastal eddy burns off. We'll see. But I hope you all celebrate the mommies in your life today, whether it be your own mommy or other mommies who are friends or family in your life. Just celebrate the people who were raising kids, adoptive parents, all of it, because those are the people who are supposed to be celebrated today, not cat owners and dog owners, okay? I'm just being real with you. Fur babies don't fucking count for Mother's Day. And don't even try and compare your animals to our children. Don't be like that. Okay. Yeah, I'm in that kind of mood today, Danny. I hope that you have a great day. I hope you call your sister and at least get to talk to her. And let's do our thing.